what are the needs of the school?
Right.
You know, when you're looking to get onto a roster, you can't just necessarily force your way on. There's if they don't need the position, they're not going to recruit it. It just, I mean, you can show up and they could have 12 running backs or 12 it's a waste of time. It's all about needs. If they don't need you, they're not going to recruit you. It's just
Absolutely.
right. So, and that, I mean, we can go down the rabbit hole with that, but it's all about needs. I mean, you could be getting a walk-on spot to, I don't know, sit on the bench wherever at a Division I school. But if there's a D2 school that needs you, that's a way different situation. You can go and you can be a bit pad holder or whatever. But if they don't really need you, I mean, I guess it strokes your ego, but it's all about needs, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And a way to figure that out, and a lot of people don't do this as well, which I like now, because when I was in college, we didn't necessarily have all of this, but now you can just go on any school's website and you can see their roster. You can see their depth chart. You can see their roster. You can see if they have a JV team. You can see all of that stuff. And you know, like, hey, I'm a quarterback. Their starting quarterback last year was a sophomore who threw for, 28 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. So he's starting again next year. Their backup was probably pretty good. And they have a third stringer. So, like, the chances where are you going to fit in at? You have no spot on that roster. So you can go on any roster and see, or any team, school's website, and you can see their roster. You can see the heights, the weights, the year in school, all of that stuff of those kids. So that's something. So do your research. Absolutely.
Well, we don't talk about that enough. I mean, you may have it in your, you may use that when you're talking to the schools and the kids at the schools and doing your consulting, but we don't ask that question enough we don't answer the question enough. You know, you have a lot of, well, what do I do? I'm sending out all these emails. I'm reaching out on social media. I'm not getting any whatever, but it's like, you got to find out what the need is. That's a way to hack the system. And so, like, you're 100% correct. And I've mentioned this before on some of my YouTube shorts and some of my podcasts and stuff. Go to like he said, like Coach is saying, go to these rosters and just see what they've got. You can also ask these coaches. I'd ask them at camps. When you go to camps, you say, well, what are you guys looking for? Are you recruiting this? Are you recruiting that? How many guys you got? So on and so forth.
Right.